Welcome to the Full Moon Film Buff, episode 123. We're going to talk about the Brotherhood of the Wolf from 2001. I rented this from Amazon Prime. I have seen this before multiple times. As always, we start with the prominent crew and cast. You can always find links to a more complete credit list in the show notes. The film was directed by Christophe Gans, written by Stéphane Cabal and Christophe Gans. Christophe Gans is a French director and screenwriter who emerged from a background of film criticism and manga appreciation. He's best known for visually striking films blending historical settings with fantastical elements, like this one. Gans gained international recognition through his adaptations, including the video game-inspired horror film Silent Hill in 2006. The cast includes Samuel Le Bihan as Gregory de Fronsac, Marc Dacascos as Mani, Jeremy Renier as Thomas d'Apcher, Vincent Cassel as Jean-Francois, Emily Decaine as Marianne, and Monica Bellucci as Sylvia. Apologies for any mispronunciations. Samuel Le Bihan began his acting career in the late 80s. His breakthrough international role came with Brotherhood of the Wolf. Beyond his cinematic work, Le Bihan has been successful in television, appearing in various French series and made-for-TV movies. Marc Dacascos is an actor, martial artist, and TV personality. Dacascos comes from a blended cultural background, with ancestry including Japanese, Filipino, Chinese, Spanish, and Irish roots. From a young age, Dacascos was immersed in martial arts. His father developed a style of martial arts, Woon Hop Kuen Do, and Marc holds a 4th-degree black belt. He has also studied Muay Thai, Capoeira, and Wushu. His martial arts prowess became the foundation of his career in film and television. Dacascos first gained recognition in the martial arts film circuit in the 90s, with notable roles in films like Only the Strong in 1993, where he showcased his capoeira skills, and Cradle to the Grave in 2003, where he starred alongside Jet Li. He also had a memorable role as Zero in the John Wick franchise, specifically in John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum in 2019. Dacascos balanced mainstream action roles with more independent and international productions, showcasing a range as an actor. On television, Dacascos found the widespread popularity as the chairman of the cooking competition show Iron Chef America from 2004 to 2018, demonstrating his ability to engage audiences beyond action-oriented roles. He's appeared in numerous other TV shows, including Hawaii Five-0 from 2010 to 2020 and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in 2015. Jeremy Renier is a prominent Belgian actor. He began his acting career at a remarkably young age, making his film debut as a child in the critically acclaimed Dardenne brothers film La Promesse, The Promise, in 1996. Renier became closely associated with the Dardenne brothers. A notable film in his early career is L'Enfant, The Child, for which he won the Best Actor award at the Namur International Film Festival in 2005. Some other notable films include In Bruges in 2008 and Potiche in 2010 alongside Catherine Deneuve. Beyond film, Renier has also worked in television and theater. Vincent Cassel is a prominent French actor, known for his intense performances and versatile acting range. The son of actor Jean-Pierre Cassel, Vincent was exposed to the performing arts at an early age. Cassel first gained significant recognition in the French film industry with the 1995 film La Haine, Hate. He co-starred with Monica Bellucci on L'Appartement in 1996, and they were married for almost 2 decades. Cassel added a successful international career, appearing in many English-language films, such as Shrek as the voice of Monsieur Hood in 2001, Ocean's 12 and Ocean's 13 in 2004 and 2007, and Eastern Promises, also in 2007. He played the menacing ballet director Thomas Leroy in Darren Aronofsky's Black Swan in 2010. Cassel is also known for his martial arts skills. He has trained extensively in various martial arts and often performs his own stunts, bringing a unique physicality to his roles. Emily Decaine is a Belgian actress who broke through in the film Rosetta in 1999. The film won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, and her performance earned her the Best Actress award at the same festival. This was an extraordinary achievement for a first-time actress, instantly marking her as a significant talent. Despite her success, she's maintained a relatively low-profile career, choosing roles that emphasize artistic merit over commercial appeal. She continues to be active in the film industry. Monica Bellucci is an iconic Italian actress and model, and in my humble opinion, one of the hottest women to ever walk the earth. As a teenager and young adult, she modeled to pay her law school tuition before dropping out and transitioning to acting in the late 80s. She was quickly propelled to international fame. She became particularly famous for her performances in films like Melina in 2000, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions in 2003, and Spectre in 2015, where she played a Bond girl at the age of 51. She's notable for being one of the few actresses who has maintained a significant career in both European art cinema and Hollywood productions. Beyond acting, Bellucci has remained a prominent figure in fashion, serving as a model and brand ambassador for companies like Dolce & Gabbana. I absolutely recommend this film, a unique blend of historical drama, horror, martial arts, romance, espionage, and monster movies that defies easy categorization. My only reservation is that the CGI work on the beast did not hold up as well as I had hoped. I'll go into more detail on that later. This film is based on an intriguing historical story. Between 1764 and 1767, in the rugged, forested Gévaudan region of southern France, a series of mysterious and brutal attacks shocked the rural population and created one of the most notorious predatory incidents in European history. This extraordinary series of attacks came to be known as the Legend of the Beast of Gévaudan, a phenomenon blending real violence with supernatural speculation. The geographical region for these attacks was characterized by dense, isolated forests and sparsely populated rural settlements, creating an environment of vulnerability and mystery. From the first recorded killing on June 30th, 1764, near the village of Auvers, the beast, or beasts, terrorized the local population. The victims were predominantly women and children, typically attacked while engaged in everyday rural activities like tending livestock or traveling between villages. The attacks were brutal, with victims suffering significant trauma to the head and neck, and in many cases being partially eaten. Historians estimate as many as 210 attacks, leading to 113 fatalities, a staggering number that underscores the terror. Local authorities were overwhelmed by the attacks, and official responses were initially ineffective. It was not until King Louis XV intervened that a coordinated response emerged. The monarchy commissioned professional wolf hunters and military personnel and offered substantial rewards for the beast's capture or death. Hunters like Jean-Baptiste Duhamel and Francois Antoine claimed multiple kills, though none of these hunts ended the attacks. Eyewitness descriptions painted a chilling portrait of the beast, and there were several people who survived the attack to give descriptions. Consistently, survivor accounts described an animal larger than a typical wolf, with reddish-brown fur, an unusual gait, and abnormally strategic hunting behavior. The beast's apparent intelligence and lack of fear towards humans made these reports particularly compelling. Contemporaneous interpretations ranged from the rational to the mystical. Some viewed the attacks through a scientific lens, while others saw them as divine punishment or the work of supernatural entities, including a werewolf. Cryptozoological theories emerged, suggesting the beast might be an unknown species of genetic mutation or a hybrid of different predators. Modern historians and zoologists suggest the most probable explanations are that the beast was either a large wolf or wolf-dog hybrid, which could account for its unusually aggressive behavior. Some researchers propose multiple wolves could have been responsible, creating the illusion of a single terrifying entity. Some of the attacks happened remarkably close to each other in time and very far apart in distance, adding credence to this theory. More controversial theories have also emerged. Some modern researchers have speculated about potential human involvement, suggesting that serial killers may have used animal attacks as a cover for committing crimes, a theory adding another layer of complexity to the historical mystery. The terror ultimately concluded in 1767, with the final confirmed kill attributed to local hunter Jean Chastel, who shot a large wolf with a supposedly blessed bullet. This event marked the end of a 3-year period that had profoundly impacted the region's social and psychological landscape. The Beast of Gévaudan represents more than just a series of attacks. It symbolizes humanity's complex relationship with nature, our fear of the unknown, and the intricate dynamics between human settlements and predatory wildlife. The legend continues to fascinate researchers, serving as a powerful reminder of how extraordinary events can blur the lines between historical fact and folkloric imagination. The Beast of Gévaudan remains an enduring historical enigma, a testament to the mysterious interactions between humans and the natural world, and a compelling narrative that transcends its specific time and place to speak to broader human experiences of fear, survival, and the unknown. So now let's talk about what Brotherhood of the Wolf does with this story. As the French Revolution rages, Marquis Thomas de Hebger writes his memoirs in his castle. Cut to 1764 in Gévaudan, where a bloody peasant woman is chased and violently butchered by an unseen attacker. Thomas explains that a mysterious beast terrorized the county. Gregory de Fronsac, a knight and the royal naturalist of King Louis XV of France, and his Iroquois companion Mani arrive to capture the beast. Mani goes all martial arts in the rain and saves an old man and his daughter from some thugs. Count de Morangius and his son Jean-Francois summarize the legend of the Beast of Gévaudan. Fronsac interviews witnesses and investigates attack sites. Captain Duhamel and his soldiers have been attempting to capture or kill the beast. The foppish local nobles and superstitious clergy are not much help either. Fronsac is attracted to Marianne, the sister of Jean-Francois. Jean-Francois was an avid hunter and world traveler whose arm was rendered useless while overseas. Fronsac and his exotic travels enthrall everyone in the local court. He is convinced that there must be a natural explanation for the beast. There is a huge hunt attempting to claim the 6,000 franc reward offered by the king. Meanwhile, Mani is intrigued by the half-breed woman they rescued when they arrived. He fights increasing numbers of individuals in front of a roaring crowd. Jean-Francois ends it by shooting an assailant who brought a sword to a fistfight. He carries silver bullets, not because he's afraid of werewolves, but because he likes to sign his shots. We learn a lion mangled his arm in Africa. The woman, who was the cause of the fight, has some kind of seizure. Fronsac and Marianne have a flirty horse chase. The hunting army kills a lot of wolves, which upsets Manny. I'm a little surprised that no human was accidentally shot with all the bullets being blasted around. Thomas takes Fronsac and Mani to a high-priced brothel where Fronsac is seduced by Sylvia, an Italian courtesan. The prostitutes argue about who will take care of Mani. Seasons pass and no one can catch the beast. The local priest, Henry Sardis, preaches that the beast is punishment sent by God. While examining another victim, Fronsac finds a fang made of steel. Captain Duhamel is fired for corruption and incompetence. Fronsac continues wooing Marianne and sleeping with Sylvia, who drugs him and gives him visions. Or nightmares? Both? Since the investigation has been unfruitful, the king's weapons master, Lord de Bartenin, arrives with a company of disciplined soldiers to put an end to the beast. Fronsac is recalled to Paris. Sardis accuses Manny of casting satanic rituals on a comatose child, recovered at one site of the beast's attacks, but Manny is actually healing the child with an Indian remedy. The traumatized child wakes up and swears that the beast is controlled by a humanoid master. Of course, only Fronsac and Manny believe her. Biaturn shoots a massive wolf, but even it isn't big enough to have caused the wounds observed on the victims. He reveals the king wants Fronsac to use his taxidermy skills to manufacture the beast so he can say that they succeeded. Mariana learns of Sylvia and rejects Fronsac, which, fair. It's pretty clear Jean-Francois is the one who exposed Fronsac. The king's spymaster, Monsieur Mercier, uncovers that the beast is being used by an organization called the Brotherhood of the Wolf to undermine public confidence in the king, and thus created a plot to fake the death of the Beast of Gévaudan and suppress news of inevitable further attacks that they know are going to come. Fronzac's silence is bought with a royal expedition to Africa. Sylvia visits Mariana at a church and tells her that Fronsac truly loves her. Thomas reaches out and begs Fronsac for one final hunt, done his way. He also bears news that Mariana has forgiven him, so Fronsac agrees to return and end the killings. At a secret rendezvous with Marianne, the pair are attacked by the beast, and we get our first good look at it. The beast mysteriously refrains from attacking Marianne. Fronsac, Manny, and Thomas head into the forest and set an array of traps to capture the beast. Mani calls the forest wolves to help hunt the beast. The trio faces the beast, and it is severely injured, but it escapes. Mani sets off alone in pursuit and finds the beast's holding pen occupied by the Brotherhood. Significantly outnumbered, Mani is shot and killed after taking out quite a few bad guys. The mysterious half-breed woman proved to be his downfall. Fronsac discovers Mani's body and performs an autopsy, finding a silver bullet, Jean-Francois' signature ammunition. Seems like a bad idea to sign your shots now, Jean-Francois. In a fit of rage, a vengeful Fronsac goes to the catacombs and slaughters many members of the Brotherhood. He also finds copies of their book. Later, he is arrested by the authorities and imprisoned. Sylvia visits him in jail and reveals that she is a spy for the Holy See. She explains that Henry Sardis is the leader of the Brotherhood and believes that he is restoring the worship of God to France. Pope Clement XIII has decided that Sardis is insane and sent her to eliminate him. She then poisons Franzak, saying that he knows too much. Marianne observes Franzak's dead body before he's buried. Jean-Francois goes to her room. He reveals his right arm works and that he is the beast's master. It recognized his scent on her, which is why it did not attack. He then rapes her when she rejects his advances. Sylvia's agents exhume Franzak, who wasn't actually dead. He appears at one of Sardis's sermons to the Brotherhood. He kills several members, including Jean-Francois. The king's soldiers shoot a lot more and arrest the rest. Sardis escapes into the mountains, but is hunted down and killed by a pack of wolves in some very poetic justice. Franzak uses Mani's healing herbs to save a comatose Marianne. Marquis de Apshire finishes writing his account just before being led to his execution by a revolutionary mob. Franzak and Thomas return to the beast's lair, where it lay severely wounded. The beast was a lion Jean-Francois brought back from Africa as a cub, tortured into becoming vicious, and trained to wear spiked metal armor. Franzak takes pity and kills the beast. Thomas doesn't know what ultimately happened to Franzak and Marianne, but after the death of the beast, but he hopes that somewhere they are happy together. A final scene shows Franzak and Marianne sailing on a ship named Frère Loup, Brother Wolf. Like I said, this isn't a werewolf movie. The beast is a trained lion wearing intricate armor, changing its profile. There's no transformation, just a reveal. The film's attempts to blend excellent practical effects with early CGI to create the beast's appearances. I remember loving the effects when I first saw it, and the general design of the lion is effective. The armored lion look is cool, otherworldly and terrifying, but the lion doesn't look like it's interacting and existing in the practical real world. It looks like an effect that was added on top of the film rather than an integral part of the shot. First, let's talk about what this film says about colonialism and cultural encounters through the character of Mani, the Native American Iroquois companion to the protagonist, Gregory de Franzak. More than just a sidekick, Mani is a pivotal figure who deconstructs many tropes of indigenous representation, offering a sophisticated critique of Enlightenment-era cultural assumptions. In some respects, Mani stands as a prime example of the noble savage archetype. He is simultaneously a skilled warrior and a wise intellectual whose depth of knowledge challenges the narrow empiricism of European thought. His character represents a deliberate rejection of colonial perspectives that typically reduced indigenous cultures to objects of anthropological curiosity, instead presenting a portrait of cultural sophistication and wisdom. All of this while the French characters view him through a limited regional lens that reveals way more about their own provincial and bounded perspective. Mani has seen more of the world than they have, but they assume they are more sophisticated. The relationship between Mani and Franzak becomes a powerful space for cultural negotiation. Their bond transcends the typical dynamics of colonial encounters, presenting instead a genuine partnership of mutual learning and respect. Mani's extraordinary abilities, from his tracking skills to his deep understanding of nature and spirituality, are portrayed not as exotic curiosities, but as complex, advanced forms of knowledge that often prove superior to European scientific rationalism. Yet the film doesn't romanticize this relationship. Mani's tragedy lies in his position as the last of his kind, a living testament to the devastating impact of European colonization. His character embodies the profound loss of indigenous cultures, reduced to a specimen of a vanishing world. His death is not just a personal loss for Franzak, although it is that, but a symbolic representation of a broader cultural extinction. Franzak's character arc is fundamentally shaped by Mani's influence. Through their relationship, the film suggests a potential synthesis of European and indigenous knowledge, a hopeful vision of cultural understanding that goes beyond mere tolerance to genuine respect and cooperation. Mani is not simply a guide or a sidekick, but a transformative force that changes Franzak in both life and death. The Iroquois has taught the Frenchman easily as much as he has learned in return. Even in death, he drives the narrative, spurring Franzak to take the required action to topple the Brotherhood and expose their plot for good. Now let's move on to the narrative arc of the lion trainer and his daughter in the Brotherhood of the Wolf. And it's so intriguing to me. It's marked by a series of carefully orchestrated encounters that gradually reveal their true nature and significance. Mani and the daughter share a complex but ultimately unspoken relationship. The pair's initial appearance, when Franzak and Mani rescue them from hostile soldiers, is a random act of heroism that later proves to be an important moment of first contact with members of the mysterious Brotherhood. The next encounter, during the massive wolf hunt, hints at the deeper connections underlying their relationship to the central mystery. Their apparent lack of gratitude toward Franzak and Mani is not merely a character quirk, but a calculated display of their allegiance to the Brotherhood, although we don't know that yet. This moment is particularly significant as it marks Mani's first direct confrontation with the forces behind the beast, setting the stage for the tragic path that will ultimately destroy him. Now, the revelation of their true nature occurs in the Brotherhood's cavernous lair, a scene that transforms them from peripheral characters to active agents of the conspiracy. The daughter's role becomes particularly crucial here, for she serves as a fatal distraction for Mani, a moment that proves pivotal in the narrative's progression. Her strategic positioning and calculated interaction with Mani demonstrates that she's far more than just a simple bystander, but an integral part of the Brotherhood's complex machinations. Franzak's act of killing the daughter in vengeance for Mani's death provides a brutal closure to their narrative arc, revealing the deeper personal cost of the larger political and mystical conspiracy. The subsequent revelation about the old man's role as the lion's caretaker adds another layer of complexity to their characterization. His apparent love for the beast, despite its monstrous nature, suggests a deeper, more nuanced relationship with the creature that transcends simple moral categorizations. Ultimately, Mani's attraction to the lion trainer's daughter and her connection to him represents a symbolic duo. Mani is the stranger that Franzak brought back from the Americas. The beast is the monster Jean-Francois brought back from Africa. Both are out of place, but Mani was a trusted friend and Franzak's equal, even if the provincial French see the Iroquois and the lion in similar terms. The last thing I want to talk about is speed ramping. Speed ramping is a dynamic film technique that manipulates the temporal flow of action sequences, creating a visually striking and emotionally charged cinematic experience. The technique works by alternating the frame rate within a shot, allowing filmmakers to highlight specific moments of physical movement to create impact. Motion pictures are just that. They're pictures that move. The illusion of motion creates a pace and separates movies from painting or other static visual arts. Speed ramping draws inspiration from martial arts cinema and action photography, transforming movement into a form of visual poetry. By manipulating time within a single shot, filmmakers can emphasize physical skill, emotional tension, or the kinetic energy of a scene, turning motion itself into a narrative tool. Director Christoph Gans employs this technique in this film to transform fight scenes into almost balletic displays of motion and intensity. The film's martial arts combat sequences become particularly memorable through the strategic use of speed ramping, where moments of hyper slow motion suddenly burst into real-time or even accelerated speed, drawing viewers into the visceral nature of the action. This is most evident where the protagonist's movements are captured with a near supernatural fluidity. By slowing down certain frames and then rapidly accelerating others, Gans creates a sense of heightened awareness, allowing viewers to appreciate the intricate choreography while maintaining the sequence's overall dynamism. The power of speed ramping lies in its ability to break traditional temporal constraints, allowing viewers to simultaneously experience the macro and micro moments of action. In Brotherhood of the Wolf, this technique showcases the physical prowess of the characters and imbues the historical narrative with a sense of mythic grandeur. Each slowed or accelerated moment becomes a punctuation mark in the film's visual language, transforming what could have been a straightforward historical drama into a visually innovative cinematic experience. While Brotherhood of the Wolf offers a particularly elegant example, speed ramping has become a staple in modern cinema, notably popularized by Zack Snyder's films like 300 and Watchmen. So, if you like lycanthropes, like, share, and subscribe. Contribute your thoughts and additional observations in the comments below. Let me know what I missed or what you noticed. Next, I plan on discussing Wolf Girl from 2001. Keep your eye on the moon, a silver bullet in the chamber, and we'll see you back next episode.